Hello everyone, I'm Manic and I just watched him in in the movie theaters. It was more like some hours ago and yeah. I gotta say, it was like how I didn't think it was gonna be very good from watching all the trailers and everything. I'll start off. I wasn't a big fan of it. I didn't like it that much. But I want to start from talking about the trailers. So for him, it's like in the trailers we saw, or at least I'm trying to think of what it was. It was like the trailers were so they just didn't say what it was, you know? The trailer just I could not tell what this movie was about just from watching the trailers. Like, I could not tell any, it was like cult and football. That's all I got from it. I guess that's what the movie was. But it was like there was no real story arcs. It's cult and football. Like, that's like the genre. I got the genre of the movie, but I didn't get like any of the plot, what it was going to be about. I guess other than the name, like he was to be the best or something. But I don't know. I feel like the trailers were so bad. Like it was not good at showing what it was about. I feel like it wasn't good at showing what the movie was going to be about at all. And honestly, just from the trailers, I thought the movie was going to be hot garbage. So I guess I could say I was like pleasantly surprised that it wasn't hot garbage. It was just garbage. So that's something to be happy about, I guess. But so I guess I'll start off with the movie. It's like I guess I should give my rating for the movie. It was, you know what, I'm a bit over. I say it's like a 6 out of 10. It's like it's not that bad, but not that bad, but not very good either, is the thing. So I guess I can start off with what bothered me the most about the movie was that it was just so in your face about what their theme was. They weren't subtle in any sort of way. It was so ridiculous. Like, from the start of the movie, you can see all the images, or all the Christian images. It would be like showing Jesus, the team names, the saviors, what else? There's a lot of them. They keep on talking about sacrifice. Like, every other word is sacrifice. Like, they need that. If somebody actually does a sacrifice count, the number of times they said sacrifice in that movie, oh my god, it would be, I'd say it'll definitely be over 20, maybe over 50. If y'all, they said it a lot, all the time. They're just throwing it in your face about what they want us to think about the movie, or what their theme of the movie is. They don't leave any room for thoughts. They don't leave any room for you to make your own theories, make your own anything. They tell you exactly who especially, I'll get to the ending part. Okay, I don't want to get ahead of myself or anything, but yeah, it just takes so long for them they're not subtle about anything. They tell you exactly what they want you, how they want you to feel. Yeah, it's, my goodness, they never heard of subtlety at all. But So how did it? These buttons are messing me up. Hold on, let me lock in for a second. Alright, I got it. Wait. Alright, I got it. So, oof. That looks awful, but don't worry. But, what was I talking about? So the movie, like, yeah, it's not subtle at all. So it starts off with the, what's his name? Isaiah, the character. We see him, like, right at the beginning that he has a career-ending injury, which his leg is, like, hanging off, you know? And, yeah, he has a career-ending injury. So I just figured from and the weird part is, like, then his dad, not Cameron's dad, is all like, that's a real man. That's how you make sacrifices. You know, you gotta, he still won the game. Who cares if he won the game? What are you talking about? He still won the game. Bro, his career was over. Like, if he didn't have all that, what's it called? He didn't sign that contract to get the beast blood or whatever the dumb plot of the movie was. He would have been. He was gone. He would have been gone. You would have never seen the star of the show. This guy you pretty much worship. He would have been out of it. And you're like, that's a real man. You're real stupid. What are you talking about? Real man? No, that's not. I mean, it's not like his fault he got injured, but I mean, like, if you're purposefully putting your body on the line, like, if he knew that was gonna come, but he knew he was gonna win the match because of it, yeah, he's an idiot. But it's like, oh my goodness. But anyways, so yeah, and then he goes his whole life, looking up to Isaiah, wanting to impress his dad. And I just unfolded this after I just folded it. Looking up to his dad, and yeah, becoming a football superstar, like getting, going 4 years in college. Like, everybody thinks he's gonna be the next great thing, just like Isaiah was, because Isaiah won like 8. Yeah, he won 8 Super Bowls. I'm guessing that's what that is. You get the ring once you win the Super Bowl, I think. So, yeah. That's because there's definitely some witchcraft going on. It's like of course, because it was to recover from injuries and stuff, and how he first started this journey right before he's gonna do the combine. We saw that. Whoops, hold on. Right when he's gonna do the combine, or before he was gonna do it, he was back home after he did on the field that he was working on, like, in high school, that he was playing on in high school. And then we see the ball spinning around and all that stuff, and then he's on there practicing, and then there's this guy, which we later find out that the leader of the what is it called, the Saviors, the owners of the Saviors, they from the very beginning, like, since he was born, he was brought up to want to be the next big thing. And it's like, why? It's like, what's the point of that? I don't understand they like from birth they groom him in order to be the next big thing. But why would you take all that time and effort trying to make him be the next big thing when there's like hundreds of other people that could be it? Because it seemed like all he had to do was just give him the blood, like slowly give him the blood, and he would become more vicious and all that stuff. Or I think that's what he was talking about. I'm sure like there's hundreds of great quarterbacks and all that, but they decided to groom someone from birth, put everything on the line for to get somebody good. But what's the point of having somebody that is already good at the sport drink the blood or get injected with the blood? What do they gain from? They're already good. If they're already good, what's the point of it? Like, it makes sense you give it to somebody who sucks, That's why. So why groom someone to be really good at football if the blood was already going to make them really good at football, and put everything on the line for something that didn't even need for no reason? You're gambling on nothing. You're gambling. You're doing it for the love of the game. Like, what? It doesn't make any. Unless I'm somehow misunderstanding this, and like they have to be groomed and all that stuff, but it didn't seem like it. Like he made some type of deal with them. It's like whatever. Like that didn't make any sense. Like, wow, they're already strong and all that stuff, or already good at the sport. He could have just been a good quarterback. I don't. It didn't make any sense. It seemed like such a random thing to do. I don't know what they were. Okay, but I'm gonna try to go back to the story. About where was it? Like near the beginning. So they ended up sending the guy with the, I think that was a goat helmet on or something like that. Crack him upside the skull, and then for the whole movie, that stitching is like all part of the movie. The show is slowly breaking and somebody accidentally cutting it, and also on that part, like why? How do you do that? Like that's the guy supposed to be like some all-star barber, and he didn't see those obvious stitches. Also, the stitches I'm pretty sure are supposed to be just like the football stitches. I'm guessing that's supposed to be some type of symbolism or something. So it's like, I don't know how a barber messes that up, but yeah. And what else happens? I don't think anything really happens. Like the whole, I don't think much happens other than that in the beginning of the movie. Let me think. He doesn't do the combine because he got the injury, and he's still. And that's when, and then he gets the call from Isaiah saying, "Oh, come hang out with me for a week and let me see what you got." And that's, we find out. I'm guessing that's because they groomed him to be the best football player in the world for whatever reason, and I'm guessing that's why. But he calls him up. He goes over, of course, because he's not gonna give up his dream and all that. But it's like he goes over there. And then also Isaiah's house is crazy big. Like that really shows, like, I know, like, athletes, they're rich. At least the people in the NFL, they're all, I'm pretty sure all of them get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars. People in the NBA as well. They're absolutely loaded. And to think, and this guy, he's the greatest football player to ever touch the field. What seems like 8 rings. He also doesn't have any kids, so he doesn't have to not spending money on kids. He doesn't have any pets. He has he's pretty much alone, other than his wife, which I'm guessing it was weird. Like, I kind of thought in the movie maybe that's just like he has a wife just cuz or something, but maybe that actually is his wife, even though he's talking about, oh, you're worried about he was talking about when Cameron was near the end of the movie, he was at the party, he's like, oh, you're worried about hurting your girlfriend's feeling. Like, I guess that's his actual wife, and he's not like just has a wife and then just sleeps around still or something. But I don't know. But anyways, I don't think that really matters anyway. But yeah, his house is absolutely gigantic. Like, because he's so good. I'm guessing he's getting a lot of interviews and everything. People pay him for that. He probably gets a lot of advertising deals. Like, that he has a fortress. Like, it's ridiculously. It's actually like a base. It's not like a. When he says boot camp, dude lives on the base. It's actually ridiculous. Which, and then when you think about that, when you think about his place is like a base, you can't get in unless you want him to get in. You pretty much, from the gate to his front door, you would have to drive, or else you'll be walking for like 10-15 minutes just to go get your mail. We saw the Amazon packages at the beginning. Like, poor Amazon guy. Well, I guess he could drive up to it, but never mind. If he had to leave his car at the front. But yeah. So the reason I mentioned that, other than it being like he has a crazy house, is like, so how did those because we see when he's driving up, Cameron, when he's driving, they're like, oh, we don't want you here, blah, blah, blah. Like, all of them, they seem to be, they're all big fans of Isaiah. Yeah, they're all big fans of him. They must know, they must be a part of the cult thing, right? They can't just, because she's the lady that I'm about to talk about, like, she's pretty crazy. And then the crawling little, what are they called? Crawling baby powder men. Like, they're definitely, unless they just wear that or something. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they must know about what's going on in some shape or form. But the thing about that is, like, he obviously doesn't want them inside, or if they'll all be inside, or walking around. So how did she get in? How did all three of them get in? It's a giant fortress. Like, I'm guessing he doesn't have, well, I get, maybe he doesn't have any security guards. Somehow he doesn't have any security guards, but nobody's walking around, just saw them get in. No cameras. Yeah, I guess he doesn't seem to have any cameras or security guards. I guess that's the way they could have gotten in. He has this giant fortress and not a single camera and not a single person to watch the area. I guess that's possible. It seems unlikely, but I guess it is possible. Which, a way they could have got in, because that's ridiculous. That she was able to even get into the building. Like, no, he couldn't even open the door. So there's no way they could have gotten in, unless maybe there's a window. All the windows seemed high up. No, there's no way they got in. That didn't make any sense unless. And it didn't make any sense for him to let them in either, because, he killed her. And like he said, he wanted a fair fight. That's the whole reason he was giving them the blood. He wanted a fair fight. Or he could have just killed him. He could have just went over and killed him. Maybe it was against the contract. It didn't make any sense. I don't know, how could they? There's no way they could have gotten in at all. There's no shot they could have gotten in. That made no sense. But whatever with that, I guess. So um, where was I? And also I guess like the pacing was kind of weird. Like with they do it like by the day, which is it was like I felt it was kind of strange how they did it, because in the beginning, yeah, I kind of liked the first day and the second, but then they stuck to the third day for so long that it felt weird that they were even doing it at all. And then I think it was either fourth or the fifth day was like 2 minutes long. It's like, I don't know, why'd you even do that if you're gonna make them so off? Why didn't you could have just like have not done the first day, second day? You could have just told the story. You'd have been like, oh, it's Tuesday now. It's been 3 days. You didn't have to go day by day. You just. I don't feel like it helped really. But yeah. So what else happened? Okay. And also, yeah, and throughout all this thing, they're constantly talking about sacrifice, constantly doing like on the cross. What they were doing that what was it like God, family, football, all that stuff, and he's like, no, it's football, family, God. You know, it's like. You know, like, I get the gist. I know what you're trying to tell me because you keep on telling me. I heard you the first 13 times. Like, and then they do the, and then they do that, they're doing a photo shoot thing with the, you know, that Jesus picture where he's at the table and all that stuff. And, cameras in, the spot where Jesus was. But yeah, they really beat you on the head with that. They want you to know. They want you to know how this story is gonna turn out. They don't do subtlety. But what else even happened? They play around. He starts injecting them with stuff. Yeah, they start injecting him with the blood. I think they start injecting him with the blood. Like near the beginning. Yeah, they start doing all that stuff, and then we constantly seeing like images of like. I'm guessing they're Indian. Like, he kept mentioning Indian stuff, so I'm guessing they're like the illusions he's seeing has to do with something about Indians or something. But I don't know, maybe not. It's like with the red dress that looks like a pom pom or something. I'm guessing that's what that is. But yeah, so what else happened? I'm trying to think, because it's like, and then they played more football. I'm trying to think of anything interesting, any other interesting thing to talk about for the movie. It's like, I know there's. So yeah, they tried to inject him with the blood to become the beast or whatever. Become the greatest of all time. What else did they even do? Oh yeah, and throughout the whole movie, the whole time of Cameron being there at Isaiah's house, he said he's willing to sacrifice everything. He sees so much. It's crazy that he stays there. It's like, but then, because I know he says he's willing to sacrifice everything, but I don't know. It's like, I guess that would be the reason why he does stay, even though he's seeing like people get killed. He keeps getting injected with stuff constantly. You have that guy getting hit with a football. Yeah, I actually ran out of things that I thought I was gonna have way more to say about it, but I feel like that was about it. Yeah, I guess. So, what else happens? Yeah, you just for 7 days they're just hanging around playing football. He's like seeing images and all that stuff. I guess I'll hop to the ending then, or near the ending. So on I believe the sixth day, he takes a sip of the wine or whatever with all the owners and everybody, and I'm guessing that solidifies him accepting that he wants to sign the contract. I thought it was gonna be like you sipped it and then it's like more of a possession kind of thing, like a shared body, you know, like something like that, rather than what it was. But so, and also throughout the whole movie there was like the health trainer guy, which they end up killing him because he was trying to help out Cameron and everything, because he was sick of. Actually, what was he sick of? Now that I think about it, why does he hate his job so much? Well, Isaiah's probably not that great of a guy if he's willing to do all that. So maybe he was like doing something he didn't like. So I guess that was probably why. But yeah, he ends up getting killed, and all that. So Cameron, he after he does all that, he gets sent back, and then he takes the oh yeah, and also the health guy's been giving him syringes, saying like, oh, take this or you're gonna be screwed and all that. So he keeps taking it. They look like, I thought it was steroids or something. Maybe it's something that flushes out the blood. I'm guessing that's what it was. If he's taking it, I'm not sure what else it would be. I'm pretty sure they don't really explain it, because I thought he was just taking steroids. I thought that's what it was the entire time, but it must not be steroids because it kept him from releasing the beast or whatever. I don't know. So it's like, yeah, it kept him from releasing the beast. So he goes back and confronts Isaiah, and they get into a fight. And it's like, man, that fight was so garbage. It was so bad. Like the X-ray thing, it was so ugly. Like, it was so ugly. It was so ugly. Like, it looked so bad with him, like, and it was like, it was weirdly slow. Like, he was squeezing eyes, like, ooh. It just didn't look good at all. Like, yeah, everything, it was so sluggish, so hard to tell what was going on. Like, it was hard to like, I couldn't tell who was who, really. And it's like, Why'd they even do that? I'm guessing they're trying to reference X-rays, like broken bones or something like that, or whatever. But maybe Blitz the League. That's what they're. But yeah, it's like It looked awful. It was pretty awful. And then like, I'm not sure how Isaiah even lost to him, because he didn't have the blood in his system, because he flushed it all out and all that. At least I'm pretty sure that's what he did with the syringe that said run at the end. I'm pretty sure he flushed that out. Did he not? Did he not flush that out? Like, that's what he's been doing the entire time. He's not as strong as Isaiah, because it gives him super strength. It's not just like, because we saw how he did that woman. He threw her like a football, and like, and she popped, her head popped like a water balloon, or not like that, but it's like yeah, so he should be way stronger than him. It shouldn't even be a fair fight, but it was a pretty fair fight, because he even was about to hit him with a trophy or something, like, to start off the match. Like, that's what I thought he was gonna do, but he dodges it and all that stuff. And also, actually, before I continue, throughout the whole movie, he was like, I'm gonna go watch my tapes. I'm gonna go watch my tapes. Like, he kept on saying that. And I thought, like, I thought with the movie, like, that was gonna be a code for something, Like, he's not just gonna go watch football, right? Because he keeps on leaving to go do that. He must be like, oh, maybe this was the cult stuff. He's actually, instead of doing the tapes, he's like sacrificing lambs or whatever. Like, I thought that's what he was doing at the beginning. I thought he was like doing some type of witchcraft at the beginning, with all that all those skins on that rack and all that stuff, building whatever that was. I don't think they ever talked about that anymore after. Or maybe that was one of the subtle things that they didn't beat over our head. Something they didn't beat over our heads, like something they actually made subtle. Or he forgot. I don't know. What was I talking about? But yeah, I thought that's what it was a code for. Like, he was gonna go, like, to keep himself. Actually, yeah. Now that I'm going back to it, that's what I thought this whole movie was gonna be about. He had to sacrifice Cam in order to keep going. Like, whoever's the best, he sacrifices him. He gets the power. That's what I thought this movie was gonna be about. Like, that's like, he even says it in, like, when they're out shooting, because that's what I just thought about. He's like, oh, if you miss, I get to have your youth. And it's like, oh, that's what's gonna happen. That's this whole point. He keeps injecting him. Then he's gonna do some type of ritual, and then he's gonna suck him up and all that stuff, suck out his youth, and then after he does that, that's his whole goal, but it wasn't at all. Like, he actually was just going to be replaced this entire time. But I guess they didn't want to do that. So yeah, back to the fight. Yeah, it was he should have dominated Cam, right? Because we saw, like, I'm pretty sure, like, he threw him pretty far near the end of the fight or something. So I'm not sure how. It didn't make sense that he lost at all. He should have easily, especially when he was gouging out his eyes. How did he? What was he playing? Like, locker room, like, what the heck what was he doing? Play fighting? Thought he was slap boxing or something? It didn't make any sense, because that was life or death. Like, he even said it. They were both trying to kill each other, or Cam was trying to kill him, but he somehow didn't win with extra strength and all that. And then what were they saying near the end? It sounded so dumb. Like the last words before he grabbed that helmet and gave him an uppercut with it. Oh, what did he say? He said something so dumb. What was it? He's right there. He was like, you know what the opposite of you is, or he said, you know what the opposite of you is, how I can stop you or something. He was like, and then Isaiah said something. I don't remember. But what I'm trying to talk about is that he said, yeah, I don't want to be a goat. I want to be the mascot, because that's the opposite of what you were talking about this whole time. He tried to make a call because he was talking about earlier, like at the very beginning of the movie, don't be like the Indians, don't be a mascot. It was a callback to that, but it sounded so dumb. I can't remember exactly how it was worded, but I know that I did not like that. But anyways, yeah, that was an awful fight scene. And then he ends up breaking his arm. And in the part where he has a broken arm, it's so dumb that he even had that he still even lost with the broken arm. But yeah, he beats Isaiah, and then he walks out into a field that's in the back. And then we have a whole cheerleading team and everybody, a band playing and all that. And all the dudes, and Isaiah's wife are waiting like, oh, come sign the contract. And he's just sitting there like, and they're like, good, come on, sign the contract. And then, so he doesn't do it. And then I see the part where he's like, because the whole movie they're talking about sacrifice and everything, and he's the owner. He's like, sign the contract or I'm gonna kill your family. I was like, what? Like, oh, that's how this movie's gonna end. It's gonna be like, that's how they keep him coming. That's probably what they did to Isaiah. They made him keep going, or else they were gonna kill his family. I'm guessing that didn't happen or something, because he like, nah, I'm still not gonna do it. And then he ducked under that other guy's sword attack, and because there was a hammer there for some reason, just free for him to take. They just gave him a weapon. They gave him a weapon, a hammer, a nice weapon. Like, it was like a medieval, maybe it's like a part of the ritual or something. He was supposed to like bash his own head in or something. I don't know. But he ducks that and gets that guy. He clobbers him, the big guy, with one arm. He has one arm this whole time. And I feel like I don't know. I feel like he shouldn't have lost that. I know having one arm isn't that different, because he's using a weapon. So if you get hit with a hammer, whether he has one arm or not, he's probably gonna mess him up. So I guess that's fine, yeah. But so he picks up the sword, and then all the guys. Oh yeah, and then the wife comes out, and then she ends up killing herself, like accidentally, stabbing herself in the throat. And then all the other guys, they were like, they don't run. They kind of run, but don't really run. They like, I'm trying to think of it. They're maybe like if y'all ever played Pikmin, like they don't really leave the area. They kind of like wander in like the circular. They don't, they don't actually leave. They're still around that little area, rather than running away. But yeah, it's like that's kind of what they did. They didn't run. It's a big field. They probably he was pretty injured. Yeah, they're all old and stuff. I'm pretty sure they could have got away, and none of them had any weapons. None of them did anything to fight back or anything. They just accepted it. So he gets all of them, and then at the end, he slices them or stabs them and all that stuff. And another dumb one is like, so he has the sword. One guy, he's running away. I think that was the only guy who actually tried to run. Just one guy at the beginning. The other ones, they kind of ran. So he like chucks that, like, the sword, and it impales him. It's like, just because you know how to throw a football doesn't mean you're gonna dagger somebody with a sword. That's not. But that was so dumb. And then he kills all the other ones, and then he's left with his agent. So his agent is just like he's begging for his life and all that stuff, and then he just decides not to kill him, which I'm not sure what his reasoning is for not doing it. It doesn't make, like, why he kills all the other ones but not the agent, even though he was a part of this the entire time. From the very beginning, he was a part of this. He decides not to kill him, but then the agent gets dragged into the circle. I'm guessing by some type of demon or some force, like whatever started this contract with the owner in order to get the best football player in the world. Whatever demon they made the contract with comes over, drags him into a pentagram, and then blows him up, or I'm guessing like sacrifices him, and then. But it's like, why did he let him go? It's not like, unless the demon like whispered in his ear or something like that, and they didn't show it for whatever reason. I'm not seeing why he wouldn't have killed him, even though he killed everybody else, but he didn't kill him for some reason. But yeah, that, and then he walks away. He's like to that guy, some random band dude. Like, what did he do? But they do that, and then like the movie ends. It's like, I feel like the movie could have been good if it was different. Like, if they, it seemed like such a strange, like, it's weird that he chose that as the plot, is the thing. Like, the plot is that, and like, because it's so dumb. Like, oh, this has been going on forever. Whoever's the greatest of all time football player, they made a pact with a demon, and that's how they're the greatest. And like, why? It's like, why'd you choose that? It didn't really make much sense, because it's not like they were superhuman. They were just really good. It's not. I would see there, like, maybe sometimes you would see if they had like something at the beginning showing them like, oh, maybe they jump like ridiculously high or something, some crazy awareness, something that actually made them seem superhuman, rather than just being able to avoid injury. That's like you would think it would be actually something like worth getting into a pact with a demon for, And now that I think about it, I was gonna say, why would they even want to swap over from Isaiah if he's already doing well? But I know he's getting older, so I'm guessing that's why they would want to swap over. Again, they could have really, they literally could have picked anybody. It could have been somebody who's not even that great at football, right? Like, because he'll just be stronger. Like, you don't really have to be that good. Make him a running back. Like what are they gonna do? You're not stopping that guy. He's gonna run through you. It doesn't make any sense. It could literally just be anybody who's decent at football. Like, the whole pact with the demon is so... Like, the demon is... Dude's making a bag out for them. Like, this is not a fair trade. You don't get injured. I get your life. That guy's life. That guy's life. There's like 5 people. And then y'all keep y'all keep it coming. Y'all keep it coming. But you'll be extra strong. They're not even that much stronger either. He's like, he is superhuman. He's like Captain America strong, you know? Like Captain America, he's stronger than the average guy, but he's not like the Hulk, you know? He's like, you're doing a deal with the devil just for that, you know? I would want something a bit more useful, a bit better than that. It's such a bad deal. I feel like the movie would have been more interesting if it was like he was actually trying to steal their youth, like or maybe just like, or take his body. I thought maybe he was trying to do that too. Like they mentioned that earlier. Like, oh, I'll actually become you. I think they said something like that. Like maybe he'd be able to possess their body. This could have been like a thing that's been going on for years. He's like every great. He's actually, you know, actually not. He could have just been a really good football player. He likes football so much. He just doesn't want to ever stop playing and get old, so he just keeps on possessing people, and they just become really good because he's just really good at football because he's been playing it for 500 years, you know? I feel like that would have been more interesting, or you know, it's and that's the thing. That's the crazy part. It's like from the trailers, it didn't look good. It didn't seem interesting. It didn't make any sense. And then the movie kept that going. It didn't make any sense. Like the bad guy didn't make any sense as to why he was a bad guy. Like, it's such a bad deal. But yeah, I guess that's... Yeah, now I'm just seeing the same stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it would have been way more... Or that, or like some type of sacrifice, or something like that. You know, like in... Yeah. Like, taking their youth. I guess you would have been caught at some point if you was doing that. So, like, taking over their body, I thought something like that. He just keeps on getting rings and stuff, and rings and rings. I don't know. That seems like way more interesting than what this movie was. But it definitely wasn't as bad as the trailers made it out to be. Like that was so weird. And then I kept on saying, like, on TikTok, whenever I'm watching TikTok, everybody be like, "Oh, look at, he has the rings all on his finger, just like him. It's supposed to be just like him, just like all those other people." Is referencing, man. I'm not worried. That movie looked like garbage, and it was garbage. But it could have been so good. Is the worst part of it, because you know, there's not a lot of sports horror. I don't think there's any sports horror. There probably is some type of movie, but I feel like the movie could have been good. Is the bad part about it. If it had like a better plot. Yeah. But really, that's about it. I can't think of anything else to talk about for the movie. It was I think I gave it a 6 out of 10. Yeah. It wasn't very scary either, now that I think about it. I forgot it was a horror movie most of the time. But yeah, it's like, yeah, 6 out of 10. The movie was better than I thought it would be, because I thought it was gonna be like a 4 or something. I thought it was gonna be absolutely awful, but I guess I was pleasantly surprised. I guess you can call it that. It's like you thought somebody was gonna punch you in the face and instead they slap you. Like, that's better. I'd rather neither of those things happen to me. But yeah, that's it. Bye 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 bye.